So the first card you have for your past is the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so this can be about, having everything you need, or not being able to rely on, or not having to rely on anyone else, or wanting to. It's about, independent person who's, wealthy in her own right, all of that kind of thing. Yeah, so I am getting this feeling that at this time you really did want to be alone. Maybe you even really needed to be alone. It was like a feeling, it was something you needed. I don't think that this was because you were depressed or down or anything like that. It wasn't like, oh, I want to be alone, I'm so upset. It wasn't like that. It was just that you really just felt that you needed to be completely by yourself. I think you just... You needed your own headspace, I think, at this time. You did have some things that you had to do. You had some practical things you had to sort out, I think. And I think you were progressing with something. There was something you needed to do, needed to work on, and you needed the time to do that. But I think mostly it was about your own headspace so that you could think and plan things. That's what I'm seeing. I think, and you had yourself set up and you're working on whatever this was on your own, by yourself, and, also just being by yourself. And then I think someone might have come along who was trying to maybe get you to abandon all of this and go out and do things with them. I'm getting this kind of... someone coming in and kind of encroaching on your time and bothering you and kind of annoying you, and then saying to you, oh, you don't want to be alone. Don't be alone. Come out, do this, do that. I don't want you to be by yourself. I want you to have company, all of that kind of thing. And you're thinking to yourself, well, that's okay if that's what I feel like doing, and I don't always want to be alone, but this is how I feel right now. And if I wanted to come out, I'd come out. If I wanted to be out, I'd be out, but I don't feel like that right now. And that's how you were at this time. The other thing was this particular person, was really annoying you. And so the more they kind of bothered you and said, oh, come out, do this, do that, the more you were kind of more determined not to. That's what I'm seeing now. You're a very quietly determined person. You don't go and jump up and down and scream at people and make a fuss. What you do is, if you're not happy with something and someone's trying to get you to do this thing, you're even more determined not to. You'll even go in the opposite way sometimes just to show them, no, I'm not going to do whatever you say. And that's the kind of feeling I'm getting around this. I think this person might have even been a little bit interested in you romantically, maybe, and I think you could kind of sense that coming from them as well, and you kind of had not very good feelings around that because you weren't attracted to them, and the more they pestered you, the less attracted you were to them. So yeah, that's what I'm getting in that card. But I think they did leave you alone after a while, but I think, maybe they left you alone, but then it was like this, because I keep on seeing them leaving you alone and then coming back a bit. You sure you're okay? You sure you're all right? Can I do anything? And it sounds nice, but it really is kind of a little bit controlling in a way, because, you politely said to them, no, it's okay, I'm fine. And then they should really leave it at that. Even if they came back another time, that's okay. But when they come back again and again and again, that's kind of overstepping. That's what I'm seeing happening there. I'm going on about that, sorry. You can see I get annoyed by that as well. So the next card you have for your past is the Ten of Wands. So yeah, obviously this is the great big heavy burden card, heaviness, difficulty, problems. I don't think this is about you, because I'm not seeing you, even though you wanted to be alone, you're happy to be alone, you needed to be alone, and you're fine. I think this is actually about someone else, and I think this is about someone who was probably quite far away from you geographically. I think they probably still are far away from you. I think they're either in another city or country. It's very far away. And I think you really miss this person. You miss them at this time, and you do now still. I think you would really love to be near them. You'd love to be around them. And I think you'd also like to be able to help them, because they have this burden. They have a lot of problems. They have some practical problems, but they have other problems as well. And you'd love to be able to step in and help them, because you do care about them. And yeah, there's love around this. So I think you have love for them, you miss them. This could be a long distance relationship, but I am seeing a little bit of ambiguity around this. Maybe this has gone from friends to relationship and back to friends. Maybe there's a bit of a struggle around this being long distance if it is a relationship, or you might just be struggling with they're far away and they say they feel this way, but I'm not there every day, so I'm just not sure about that. So not that you don't trust them, but it's this it's this kind of always kind of unsure feeling. So that's how I'm getting this kind of unsurety around this. But yeah, I think you did want to be close to them, but you weren't able to do that. And also I can see that this is probably why, now that I'm seeing this other relationship, I think that's another reason why you were not interested in this person in the Nine of Pentacles. I think no matter what they did, I don't think you'd be interested in them. But also they were making themselves not very not very enticing to you, let's say, because of the way they were behaving as well. So yeah, the last card you have for your past is the Fool, which I love. I love the Fool. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this person in the Nine of Pentacles as well. Again, this kind of person who keeps pestering you. Because look at this Fool. He's kind of going along. He's doing his own thing. He's completely by himself. He's enjoying being by himself. He's like, I know where I want to go. And, it might not be perfect. I might not have it all planned. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to try this out. And then this dog's behind him, jumping up and down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Come to me. Come back again. And he's just ignoring them. So, there's not a good feeling around this person. You feel like that they're dragging you back. You want to be on your own. You want to be alone in your thoughts. Maybe you want to also be in contact with this person in the Ten of Wands. You want to be near your phone. You want to be around them. And this person's kind of taking you away from that. Or that's how you feel anyway. So, they're insisting and they're insisting. And I think if they keep on insisting and insisting and they don't listen to you, obviously that means that, I'm not blaming you, but that probably means that you haven't been as blunt as you should be with them. You might have been very nice and polite and, oh no, it's okay. Thank you for caring about me, but I don't really want this. I think you might have to be a little bit more upfront with them and say, something like, well, I do, thank you very much. I'm very flattered. I'm very, I really do appreciate this, but I'm really not interested. I do have someone else I'm interested in. I just want to tell you that straight out. And, I really would prefer to do this. So I'm just letting you know that. Or even blunter. So I don't know, whatever. You've got to be a bit more upfront with them because they're not taking hints. That's what I'm getting in that card. So the first card you have for your present is Judgment. Okay, so yeah, right. So this is a bit of a complicated, difficult thing I'm seeing in this. I'm going to try and explain this to you. I hope it's going to make sense. If not, ask me in the comments because I know it's very complicated. I think there might be someone around this person who's far away from you. This person who you miss and who you really do love. This is what I'm seeing. There's someone around them. Now, they're not a third party, so don't be worried about that, because I know you did have a little bit of a worry about them just because they're not near you. I think that might be what it is. And look, I've been in a long distance relationship before, and there's always that worry there. No matter what they're like, there's still that little bit there because you're not with them all the time. It doesn't mean they can't work. It doesn't mean that at all. I'm just saying there's always that little thing there, I think. For me anyway, I'm just talking about myself. Sorry, I won't talk about myself anymore. So there's someone around them. I think it might be an ex, actually. And they have ties to them, but they're not interested in them romantically. The person that you're with is not interested in this ex. The ex is not interested in them in that way. But there is something that's tying them to that person. It might be children that they have with them. It might be a business they have with them. It might be some kind of financial mess that they haven't sorted out with them. And I think this other person is keeping them there, not on purpose, but they're keeping them around there because they're kind of leading them to believe something, or they might be tricking them into something. It's something like that. So they are away for practical reasons, maybe a job or whatever, but I think they're also under some pressure. And this person or this ex or whoever's around them, I think it is probably an ex, they're behind that pressure. So I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to articulate this. I'm trying my best. So I'm getting this feeling that this person's either thinking about coming closer to you, or they're actually planning coming closer to you. But this is all being either stopped or halted or messed up with because of this person who's around them. That's what I'm seeing. Now, this ex or whoever this is who's messing it up, they have a little bit of, I don't like saying this because sometimes people get the wrong idea, but they have a bit of karma coming to them, because I'm actually seeing some financial, or might be a kind of some financial, not being quite too honest financially. It's something, or some kind of tricking, something that isn't honest about money. Coming out there. So there's something like that around this situation, and this person has been keeping people in the dark, and what's going to happen is it's going to come to light, it's going to catch up with them, and there's going to be judgment. In the judgment card, look at this judgment card, everyone's naked, the trumpet is on, it's loud, it's clear, no one can hide. That's what's going to happen to this person. So at one time, this person was on top of everything. It was like they were on top of the world. They had everything. They were financially on top of everything, and they kind of ruled everyone. They thought they knew what was happening. They might have even been controlling some of these people financially. Maybe they were controlling this person financially. It might be that. Or hiding or tricking or doing something around money. Now, what's going to happen is it's all going to be caught up with them. They're going to have some kind of fall. Pride comes before a fall. That's what's happening to them. And what I'm seeing happening after that is that this person who you care about, they're going to have some freedom. Their mind is going to be free of all of this, because they've been tricked in some way, and then the truth's going to come out, and they're going to think, oh, that's what's been happening. Now I'm free of that. My mind's free. I understand everything now. So I know that sounds really, really complicated. I really tried to explain that the best way I could. And I also know it's really specific. And I know I'm known for being complicated and specific. I get into trouble, but this is what I'm seeing. And hopefully this message is going to get to the right person, and they're going to understand that there is an end to this tunnel. There's an end to all of this complicated, difficult thing. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the next card you have your present is the Lovers. So again, this is a love connection. You love them. They're away from you. They're a bit trapped, but you love them. Now, there's love on both sides. I'm seeing that as well. And again, I'm seeing this kind of wondering with you, what do they really have these feelings for me? They're far away. I'm not sure how they feel. I have strong feelings, but I'm really kind of a little bit worried. I'm seeing that they do have strong feelings for you. Now, there might have been times where they weren't connecting with you very much or contacting you. I don't know if that's happening now because this is in the present, but I think it has happened before. It might be happening now as well. And there's stress around this as well, because I think, they can be busy, but there are other stresses as well with this problem person hanging around them. So you might be thinking, are they going to someone else? Are they going back to someone else? They're not. I'm not seeing that. I am not seeing that at all. Again, I'm not seeing a third party. They did have a lot of choices to make, I think. They probably still have a lot of choices to make. This card can be about choices. They are going to have choices to make in the future when this all comes out as well. But yeah, this is the Lovers card. They have feelings for you. And again, I think they'll eventually come toward you. I think they're probably going to travel to see you or to be near you or something as much as they can. Or you might travel to them, but I think it's probably more likely they'll come to you, because I don't know if you have a health problem or something like that, but something might be making it difficult for you to travel, so it's easier for them to travel. That's what I'm seeing. I really hope this makes sense to someone. I know, again, it's confusing, it's specific, I know all of that, but I'm just reading as I see. This is what I see. So, yeah, I just hope it makes sense to someone. So the last card you have here present is the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful card. So obviously this is about a breakthrough with this child on this horse. He's breaking through the wall that's behind him. So this is this breakthrough. This is when this thing is going to come out. It's going to come to light about this financially suspect person. And yeah, it's going to be revealed. And the Sun also can be about things coming to light in the sunlight. So yeah, it's going to be a shock, and initially I think they're not going to feel great because they're being tricked and it's going to come to light, but eventually this is going to lead them to happiness, and it's going to lead you to happiness, because it's going to mean that this is a step toward them coming closer to you. So, and this is a really beautiful, light, innocent card. So once all of this happens and this bad feeling stops hanging around and it's gone, I think you're going to be having some really honest, really open conversations with them, and they'll have more time for you as well. And there's passion around this as well, with this red banner that this child's holding up. And obviously there's passion in the Lovers card as well. So this is looking very positive for you. I know it doesn't seem that way now, but in the future, I'm seeing it all coming together. The conclusion is going to be positive. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your future is the Four of Swords. So again, this is this energy of wanting to be on your own, wanting to be by yourself. And I think that's going to continue on for a long time. I think you do have a lot to kind of sort out in your head. You have a lot of plans you have to see to. You have a lot of thinking to do around this situation with this person who you're far away from. I'm not seeing you feeling sad or lonely again. You know that you need this time. And yeah, you want to be alone in your thoughts. You want to plan things for yourself. And these are private things that you want to plan for yourself. So they're not things that you're discussing with anyone else. And I don't know if this is a bit strange, but I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. I think, well, it's not strange, but I don't know. Yeah, I think last year you went through a lot of quite big setbacks, or you had some big disappointments that happened to you last year. And I think you felt a little bit out of control of things. Everything felt like it was kind of spiraling out of control. And then at the start of this year, I think you were going to, you said to yourself, right, I'm going to take control of things. Last year was completely crazy, horrible. I am going to take control this year. So you started to do that. And then I think some things might have gone, or maybe they felt a little bit out of control again. And this is what happens as the year goes on. It always happens like this. So I think this is going to be a time of you reassessing your life, reassessing what works, what doesn't work, what you need to change, all of that kind of thing. And you need to be by yourself to do this. Again, this is private for you, so you don't want to talk to anyone about this. So that's why this person who was encroaching on your time was really extra bothering you, because you were like, I don't want to talk, because they might have popped in, oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? What are you thinking about? What are you writing? And you're like, this is my own private business, so I'm getting that. And yeah, you're just going to be getting your head together, and this is what you need to do. This is going to be a very good, productive time for you. So the next card you have for your future is the Empress. So yeah, these are all looking really positive for your future. I'm not seeing all of this happening quickly. I'm not seeing this thing coming to light quickly and this person coming back and everything. This is going to take time. But and obviously there are logistics if they do have to travel and all of that. But there's also a lot of emotional stuff to sort out with them, because I think this person is going to, this thing's going to come to light, and then they're going to have to get their head out of that and get their head into a whole new way of thinking around this, because they're being tricked. And so it's like, oh, I've been thinking that, and now that's all wrong. I have to rethink everything. That's what I'm getting as well. But I think, you're the Empress, you're nurturing, you're going to help them through this time. I'm seeing you having a lot of conversations with them. So, yeah, kindness, caring, all of that kind of thing. They're kind toward you as well. But yeah, this is really nice. This is really, really nice. You have kind, caring and passion and all of that in this relationship. So yeah, this is looking really, really fantastic for love and for other things as well in your life, for all these plans that you have as well. So the last card you have for your future is, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is so good, really good. You have, okay, so this is how good this is. You have the Empress, you have the Sun, you have the Lovers, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Amazing. This was very stressful early on, but it's turning into this amazing reading. Again, this is all going to take time. It's not going to happen tomorrow or the next day. It's going to take time, but just know that this is all going to work out really well in the end. The conclusion is going to be really good, really positive. Now, with this planning that I'm seeing you doing in the Four of Swords, it's personal planning. I think it's also career planning, financial planning. It's a whole lot of different things in your life. Now, if this is resonating, think really carefully about these goals and make sure you're aiming as high as you possibly can. When you have the Ace of Pentacles, this is about unlimited manifestation, unlimited growth. The possibilities are endless. So you might be planning these things. You might be thinking something like, oh, I'll be able to achieve this by this time, or I'll be able to do this amount, but I might not be able to do any more than that. It might be something like that. Don't limit yourself. If you have a goal, when you have the Ace of Pentacles, if you have a goal, especially a goal that's really important to you, take that up 3 levels, 4 levels, 10 levels, anything. It's unlimited. Set your sights a lot higher than you've been setting. You can go way higher than you've been imagining. That's what I'm seeing with this card. I'm also seeing financial goals, personal goals, everything. You'll be able to meet those goals very easily, and that's why I want you to set your goals higher. Yes, there's hard work in this. There is. You're going to have to work toward this, but the possibilities are much higher, and the goals and the achievements you can make are much higher than what you're imagining.